What's up, Veve fan? My homies, my fellow digital snipers, welcome to another video. Doing a live stream for this one. Wanted to bring you the information currently for the James Bond Aston Martin drop. Now let me just make sure I'm connected here and go in live. Looks like I am. Okay, so let's take a look at what we currently have. So just a reminder, this was the drop that we had yesterday. It was the Aston Martin car. We had one at 8 a.m., which was the Aston Martin static. So it was just the static car by itself. That was $307 for 2,500 editions. And then the 12 o'clock drop, we had this car right here, which had more items, which had the miniguns that emerged from the front of the headlamps, opening doors, and steerable wheels. That one was for $1,000. There was only 507 editions of that one. And then we had the special one, the Aston Martin. It was with that same blind box, except you could get a chance to get one of these. Also 1007 from the same blind box, but this one comes with the license plate of JB007, James Bond 007. There were only 7 of these. So if you were one of the lucky ones, that's great. Congratulations. If you were, let me know. I want to see it, check it out. But let's take a look at what it's doing in the marketplace. So let me refresh it here. Okay, so let's take a look at, so this was the morning drop, just the 8 a.m. This was a static ultra rare drop. I'm sorry, secret rare. No, that wasn't it. Right here. That was the one. So this was the static ultra rare drop, 2,500 editions. So it was what was it, $307. And we're currently at 720, so that's not bad, like 400 price increase. And we actually have some sales from it, so you can see the yellow line means sales. So you can see that sales from the yellow line. So right off the bat, we have one that's 687, 554. The price started to drop here, 520, and then as you see the listings, look at the total listings, 341 went to 253. Once that drops, the price increases. So especially if people are sweeping the floor. So then the price went up to $732, and you see a couple other purchases here at 720, 675, 999, and then the highest one right here at 1199. So currently we went from 253 on the market to 293, and the price not bad. It still went up a little bit more. Looks like the top of the market, it was 732, which is not that bad. It's only a little bit away from where we currently are at 720. So that was the morning drop, and yeah, that's pretty good. Not bad. Quick little pump right afterwards. Obviously you want to see it more, but there's 2,500 editions. I think eventually there will be, but also I think people are saving their money for the other one. So let's take a look at the other one. This was the $1,000 drop at noon. So currently at 6,999, only 92 currently listed. So, and there's confirmed sales right off the bat here. 79 listings. There was the number 450 sold for 6,199. And then there was another one, 5,798. Then the price, the listing started to go down from 81 to 64. Excuse me. And then the price went up to 9,000 for them. And look, number 89 sold for 10 grand. So hey, congrats to you. You bought it at 1,000. You sold it for 10 grand. It's 9,000 profit. Obviously there's fees and stuff, but hey, not bad. The price after that started to come down, and as listings go up, price keep going down. So you saw the listings were 64, and it started going up to currently 92. And like you see right here, listings going up, price goes down. So that's 6,999 current floor price, and one of them sold at 7,040. So not bad at all for that price. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, now for the big one. Now for the 007 with the license plate number of JB007, which was only a couple. It was 7, which was only 7 editions. So let's take a look at the current pricing of that one. Now it started really high. I mean, as soon as it hit the market, these ones were really, really high. Here we are at 1,000. I'm sorry, 1,000,000. Floor price serial number 1 went for 1,000,000, or started selling for 1,000,000. You can see the yellow line. There's no sales right now, as of now, so it's relatively new, and also it's pricey. 1,000,000, and somebody put number 7 for 7,000,007,007, and then another one came on the market. Number 2 at floor price at 3,000,000, so that brought that floor price down to 3,000,000. And then number 2 was the only one there. Looks like they dropped their price to 1,003,999. And then 2 other ones came on the market. So currently we're sitting at 2 on the market, 9,999. I'm sorry, 999,000, not 9,000,000. That'd be something. So yet to see any purchases. However, I wanted to show you there's one in auction. So let's take a look and let's compare. Let's discuss what do you guys think of this one. So these are the current ones that are on the market right now. This was the buy now button. I mean the buy now option, which is 999,000, the one I showed you. And number 7 is at 7,000,000. Okay. However, if you go to auction, there's one that supposedly going for 10,000,000. It started 15 hours ago with 308 bids. So that people with a lot of money, I guess, or just the same people bidding on it over and over. Let's take a look. Yeah, so it started several hours ago. Let's see. I wonder what I think the start price was at 150,000. But yeah, you can see a lot of people bidding on it. You know, until it sells and until we see an actual payment, it's suspect right now. It's a little sus, as the kids say. But yeah, I think it was 150,000. I don't know. It takes a while to go back. But we're currently at 10,000,000. 10,000,000 with 308 bids. So a lot of people bidding on this. Like I said, maybe they're bidding just to bid, just to play around, and it won't sell. Or people won't, it'll sell since it's an auction, but are people going to pay for it? Not sure. I guess we'll have to see once that 14 hours have passed. And then wait to see the other 12 hours I believe we have now to pay for a bid for an auction that you win. And then we'll see here if anything was bought. But currently nothing. But it's interesting to see that the pricing, and this is number 1. This is number 1. I mean, obviously that's going to get a premium. Not only number 1, but number 1 of 7. And I mean, how many number 1s do we have on the market currently for anything else? I don't think we have it for anything, because Veve usually keeps the first, I believe it's the first 40 or so. But number 1 right there. So that's awesome to see the number 1 going for auction. But like I said, I mean, 10,000,000, that's current bidding right now. Earlier when I had seen it, it was a 1.5 million. So just a couple hours later, it's up to 10,000,000. So do we think we have those type of whales here that are actually going to buy and pay 10,000,000 for this? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see if that becomes the case. See if people are going to actually purchase it, pay for it, and then now we'll have an actual closed sale to compare it to. So we'll have a comparable for everything else. And the value of all the other ones will be based off of this one. So it's interesting to see, and I'm excited to see what happens. A lot of, like I said, people are thinking that this is just nothing, just people playing around and bidding, but it's not going to be anything of substance and not going to be an actual closed sale for a comparable to compare the other ones. But we'll see how it goes. Let me know if you were able to secure any of these drops. They were exciting, but you know, now we're getting to see the pricing, and also would like to see the pricing history of these, you know, weeks or months down the line, and see where they are and see if they're holding up. Clearly, it's a grail because it's one of 7, and especially if you have one of you know, number 1 or even like number 7, because 007. So very interesting. I really want to see where they actually sell. And not bad of a quick little profit for some people selling, especially the one that sold for 10,000. You know, buy something at 1,000, you sell it for 10,000. So that's not bad. So let's take a look at what we're getting for Monday's drop. Monday's drop is going to be Marvel Comics. It's going to be Ghost Rider. First appearance of Ghost Rider, I believe. First, okay. I don't remember if it was. I don't think they do that for comics anyways. Yep, here we go. Johnny Blaze's first appearance as Ghost Rider, but that's the comic itself. The Spirit of Vengeance. Here are the 5 different... We'll take a look closer. 5 different cover variations here. Common. Not bad, I kind of like it. Uncommon, which is always like Veve colors, and everything else is black and white. This one's looking really good. I like this one. I wish it had some colors here. That's the rare. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, the ultra rare. That's awesome. Look at that. The flames, the chain, the skull. That's awesome. And the secret rare. Really haven't been liking the look of a lot of the secret rares that we get. They just seem to be so-so. I mean, that's not bad. Definitely like an older style look to it. Older style animation. But I really like the ultra rare. That looks awesome. So $6.99 seems to be the case. 30,000 editions. So good luck on that. I haven't had much luck with comics recently or lately. Actually, the last month and a half or 2. I think I've only gotten 2. So, and I know we had a lot of drops, especially in December. So that's cool. This is the Monday drop, so good luck on that one. Let's take a look at the overall market. Let's look at the top gainers. What do we have here? So the Batman went up 44%. Sheesh. So it was a 9. Yeah, not bad. Quick little up, quick little pump. So 1,200 right now. It was a 900. So not bad, 44% in one day. That's pretty cool. Labbit, Cersei. Well, $6, so that's big for that one. None of the grails or anything else. Just a lot of the random ones. Cat Trooper, one of the OG Harley Quinns. Lucky Charmer, that one's always in the mix. Goes up, goes down. Stamps, ooh, not bad. Good little pump. Yeah, it seemed to be that people right after the drop, that they didn't win the drop, then the money went elsewhere. So they had money to spend. They didn't get the Aston Martin drop, so then they started spending on other things, which you saw some of these finally starting to go up because we've seen just the market down this entire time. Deadpool went up $54 for the ultra rare. Spider-Man, oh, okay, so Spider-Man looks like it's starting to go up. again. It had really dropped. The addition, I mean, the amount listed had dropped too, but the price had dropped from where we were in January for 100,000 to 52,000. So that's unfortunate for people who have it. You know, you think about the ones that you have, and some people have a couple of these or have bought even higher. I know of a couple of people who bought when they were in the 50s or 60s, and now they dropped, you know, to 52. And so whatever little gain they had made from that to 100,000, that's dropped. So that's thousands of dollars that dropped right there. So look at that. So that's went up 8,000. So this was at what? Wow. Wow. Serial number 676 sold for 39,000. 40,000 for 676. Wow, that's awesome. Congrats to that person. No Time to Die posters. Red Skull's up a little bit. Carmine is up. Yeah, Captain America. You know, some of these starting to go up. Black Panther. Let's see. I want to see how Black Panther's doing, because I had seen the pricing were similar to the drop price. Deadpool's finally starting to go up. It finally went back up to over 2,000. There's Black Panther. So it was at 75 before for the uncommon, so now it's up to 85. Common always seems to be more appreciated than the uncommon. I guess also the pose for this one that has the Wakanda, you know, like he has the pose right here with the arms crossed. Day of the Dead. Let's take a look at some of the golden moments. I don't see any other Black Panther. There's a secret rare. Back up to 2 grand. Back up to over 2 grand. Captain America, yeah, that one had dropped too. A lot of those had dropped. So let's take a look at the golden, because I want to take a look at. Oof, man, Pizza Planet truck too. So these have been taking a beating, man. So this one is at 2,300. Oh, one of them bought. It was 2,800. The floor price was 2,800. The January drop, and now it's at 1,000. I mean, that's unfortunate. That's almost 2/3 of its value gone. Elsa down to. Yeah, she's about gone half. Yeah, over half with the current pricing. Avengers logo is down. I don't think the ultra rare is a grail because it's ultra. I think the secret rare is a grail for sure. Those two are grails. I think that one's okay. I think the static doesn't help it out a lot, which is why you saw the pricing there not go up so much. Went up a couple hundred. But now, you know, these ones, the main two, the secret rare at the 8 o'clock. I'm sorry, the secret rare that at that noon drop, that is a grail for sure. Man, everything's just down. Sheesh. Oh man, Avengers logo. There you go. There's one under 1,000. People keep asking for golden moments, under 1,000, under 1,000. There you go. There is one under 1,000 right there. And I think there was a. Where are the other ones? They only give me a few. Oh, because they have top gainers. Hold on. There we go. Okay, Lady in the Tramp, man, no love for this one. I mean, it hasn't done much. I don't think the excitement was there for this one, Lady in the Tramp, for sure. We thought, at least I thought initially, that Donald Duck and Daisy were going to do better, and they have. They have done better than Lady in the Tramp, but both of them haven't done that much. The additions are obviously about half for Lady in the Tramp, but the love for them is not there. There's no passion. And I think also that'll help once we get more people like actual Disney collectors that are coming into Veve, because once they start seeing those, especially the older ones, they start seeing the Lady and the Tramp, they're passionate about that. I mean, easy for them to start purchasing some of these, especially if they stay at the current pricing. Only being 7,000, easy to sweep a couple of the floor, and then the pricing goes up to over 1,000. Donald Duck. Yeah, no, it's more of the Grail itself is more of the limited secret rare, and also the different items that it has for me, for sure. More of that, the secret rare versus the ultra rare. I think it's special for sure. I think it's definitely underneath that, underneath the other ones. The Grail, you know, the what we call the ones that are Grails. But I think it's just right underneath it. But yeah, no, it's very cool and it's special. In the Veveverse, it's going to be unfortunate because if it's just static, it'll just be there. It'll be nice to see in your showroom. But if the other one's moving, driving around, has the miniguns coming out of it, I mean, that's going to be awesome. Donald. Yeah, and it didn't do much, Donald, at the beginning. I mean, yeah, 18 is cool, but it's still not like what we see before. Holy moly, partner statue. Yo, look at this. I thought I was in the 30,000s. It took a little dip in the last couple of days, did it? Yeah. Man. So here we were in the 50s. Who bought it? There was somebody who bought one at like 35, somewhere around here. And now we're here, man. Floor price, that sucks. So, man, people are still buying them. I mean, look at that. Somebody got lucky, bought one for 22,000. I mean, not lucky, but like the fact that people still have money and be able to purchase those right now because they know eventually that's gonna go up. Man, so here we are, partner statue. You know, kind of feels sad because like we saw how they were, and especially like the way people were just like so like looking up to these golden moments and these grails, like the partner statue. R2D2, not bad. I mean, yeah, it's always been there in that range, the 5 to 10 grand range. Looks like it was 8 was the floor price, current floor price 5,000. I mean, definitely, like if you've been have some money or have collected some other items, not financial advice, but you always think about these grails and the bounce back and golden moments, blue chip items. The bounce back always seems to be greater for those versus, you know, some of the other ones they're a lot less. They're not in that grail or blue chip or A rating collectibles. T3PO. Another thing to notice too is I think also people are holding on to them more. Let's take a look at the listing amounts. So look at C3PO. 273 listings. Yeah, the price went up and it dropped a little bit, but people are still holding on to them. So it's not like they're just dropping them off and selling them. Look at R2D2. 197. Look what we had before. 400, 400. The price dropped. The value increased. It was only 153. And still 197 in the market. So people aren't just dumping them. You know, yeah, there's a few people trying to collect, or a few people seeing some of their gains. Because not everybody has a lot of collectibles, but some people might have gotten this one beforehand. And it's like, okay, I have this Grail, I have this R2D2 that I bought at this price, and now it's at thousands of dollars. But they're seeing that profit, you know, kind of go away. So they want to just sell it and get something rather than nothing. Iron Man, so-so. I mean, that one. 3,000, 1,800, so about 1,300 down. There's the Avengers logo. Another thing people don't like so much about like the Avengers logo, it's just a thing versus a character. People prefer characters more, even though they're like just statues instead of just animated. But an object versus a person or a figure, the figure's going to do better than the object. There's Wally. Wally's never got much love anyway, so I think we know that. It's always been around there. Pizza Planet truck. Elsa, Mickey's hat. That's another one that's an object, but this one had a little bit more price behind it. Yep. Homer and Bart. Yeah, nothing much, but as you can see, everything red with the exception, I think, of Iron Man just went up 95 bucks. But everything's in the red. Well, Lady the Tramp went up $1, so that's awesome. Lenticular cars, people love these, but man, I was able to purchase one of these when I thought we were getting closer to the bottom there, and then they dropped a little bit more. Here, Mickey. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, because I have a Donald. My Donald dropped. I remember it was nearly 1,200 bucks for my Donald. Look at that. Sheesh. Somewhere around here, yeah. So 1,100 bucks, and I remember looking at that, like, that's not bad. And I was thinking, man, maybe should I sell somewhere around there, get some profit. If it dips a little bit, purchase a different one at a different serial number, because I think my serial number is like in the 4,000s for that one. But then here we go. Now we're at 500. And the thing about when the price drops here, a lot of people, like I said, want to sell and just either get out. I saw people with lower mint numbers sell closer to the floor price. I don't know if they were just trying to get some money for the Aston Martin drop, but you saw that happen a couple times. And unfortunately, you know, once you have that money into other investments or into other cars or figures, then you don't have that to actually use it for when you see those different ones, you know, to just strike. That's why you always got to have something on hand. But especially with this market, it's been a little bit harder to flip. You know, you see our name Digital Snipers, and it's kind of cool being on the market and sniping. Then in November, December, January, those times were awesome. But now it's been, you know, a little bit dry to be able to get something and flip it within the same day sometimes, you know. Mickey down, Pluto. That was another one. So I was able to purchase a Pluto when I somewhere around here, I think. So not bad. The price hasn't gone down that much. I think somewhere around here. $698, which is good. That's still a decent pricing, but this one was about 1,200 bucks. I'm sorry, 1,500 bucks before. So, yeah, man, more than half. Like, still, it dropped like 60% the value there. The Mickeys. So this one, I was comparing the lenticular cards to the Mickeys when I was thinking of purchasing something around this price range, and the reason I went with a lenticular card was because, one, it was FE, and this one was not an FA. Even though it was a figure over a card, it wasn't an FA or FE. Well, FA because it's a figure, but also, too, the amount. So this one has 6,600, and the Mickey, you have to go all the way to ultra rare to get something at 6,928 editions. Jaunty Jig has 430. Had 18,000. The Jaunty Jig had 18,000. And the uncommon here, the Happy Whistle, had 13,000. So you're competing with a lot more people. If you're ever interested in selling something, there's possibly 13,000 other ones that can be sold. You know, versus here's a common at 18,000. So yeah, not everybody's selling it at once, but there's currently 436 being sold, and here is 419. But once this drops, it's not like you can reach anything a little bit higher than that. So that's why we sort of went with one of those. I really want to get a Mickey, especially once I saw the price drop even more. They were around 800 at the time, I think. I think 800 for this one, and this one was somewhere around in the 650, 700 range. So not bad, not bad. There's the Mickey Sorcerer's hat. So let's take a look at the... How the Batman doing? The Killer Croc. I feel so bad because this one just like so much hype for this one, especially when they first came out. I mean, look at the floor price when it first came out, and then after that, it just dropped, man. It just plummeted right after that, like like nothing. I feel so bad. So this one, it's just right when the market started to drop too. Somewhere around, it was like January 19th, 20th, the market started to drop. And I mean, look at this. A couple people bought 1,700, 1,600, 1,400, 1,400. And then you just see the price dropping, man. That's just like from 1,600 all the way down to 590. So hey, if you ever wanted to get one, you know. At least it's kind of... For me, the look of this was one of the best looks. I mean, this looks awesome to me. There was so much detail in both of them. Everything around it. The bones. Just, it was awesome. For me, I liked it. But yeah, the price and the price of some of these is not going to hold because there's not that much demand. The other thing, it's not a figure. I'm sorry. It is a figure, but it's not like it's moving or anything else. It's just kind of there. I do like the action sort of sequence here where they're fighting. But yeah, I mean, there's 8,800 of them, but look at that, 590 only. Great time to get one if you are interested in getting one. Mickey Clune and Batman, I mean, that one's always been around there, so it went up to what, 3,000? Yeah. Everything's sort of down, but some of these don't have that much interest in the lore out there, like the Rizzos and the other Batman. Look at this one, Robin. Yeah, I mean, you don't see them do much. Joe Ballerina, I kind of like this Batman, but 900. At least a good time to get. I'm not sure if you guys are buying or what are you currently doing right now during this time. Are you hodling what you have? Are you selling? I mean, I know we were hodling some stuff. We were strategic in selling certain items that we had purchased on drops, and we knew we had that quote unquote profit, or we're gonna make money off of it, versus trying to sell stuff that we were trying to flip. Obviously, during that time when the market took a dip, we had certain items that we were trying to flip. And even though we purchased them at a good price, some of them went below that price. So we're just holding on to those. But the good old days, man, I miss the good old days of just buying something, be able to flip it and sell it right away. Connor, Infantino, Carmine Infantino. There's the Rizzo. Man, so 24,000 was the floor price. Here we are at 13,000. I mean, not bad. Also, look at the editions. Not bad at all. 1,750 editions. Only 61, and that's the other thing we've been talking about. For sale. Obviously, more people are holding on to them. This is a lot less editions for sale, for sure. But I mean, 61, not bad. You can see the height was 93. We're at 61, and right there it's starting to cross. You see as listings go down, you'll see the price start going up. So it tends to happen in higher editions. Usually tends to happen around like the 400 to 300 listings. So once you sort of cross that mark, you're below 400, get to the 300 mark, you'll start seeing that X right here, where the listings go down and the price starts to go up. Obviously, you see that here sooner or lower at 61 for sale because there's not that many available anyways. Todd McFarlane Batman. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It is what it is. I don't know if you guys are sorry, I keep saying you guys. If you're out there, what is your plan? Are you a collector? Are you somebody who's flipping? Are you looking into the multiverse or the Veve verse? Like, what's your play out there? I know for us, we have a little bit of collecting. We have certain items that we're collecting and for sure we're just keeping, especially if we won them from a drop, that we like them. And there's certain other items that we had before that we were like, if we won them in a drop and then later on they went up in price, we would flip them. Or if we were to buy something at lower mint, closer to the floor price, then we would try to flip those, you know, make some quick profits so we can have some money there for the next couple drops. You know, we're trying to avoid what we tend to do, just put money in for drops, and use some of that profit right there to pay for the next drops or to pay for other potential flips. Let's look at the Spider-Man. Just to know of a few people who bought those really high. Spider-Man. No. Okay, here we go. Not that little dude. I really like this one. I hope I can get one of these. Spider-Man 2099. Looks awesome to me. Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. Back down. It's so funny because this one, I remember I was trying to flip one. I was trying to buy it at auction. Somewhere like around here, because I remember it was at around 129 and it sold for like 160 at the auction. It was the mint was slightly better than floor price, but it sold for 160 and I didn't get it. At the end I was battling for it. Excuse me. And then like the next day, you know, like it went up to 240. So then I wake up to look at Spider-Man just to see how the auctions are going for any other potential purchases, and the floor went up to 240. So it's like it went up to like almost $100 in like a day. Then it dropped down, then it went all the way up to 445. And so after I got stuck there, I was like, oh man, like I could have just tried to pay more. I lost out on that, but there was two of them that we lost out on that same day. Purchasing like around 129 to like 160, and then like a couple of days later it's at 445 the floor price. We were just like, oh man, you know, man, we should have just tried to even overpay. But sometimes in those bids, what we didn't have before in the bidding system was the timer. Now we have that time on there. Before it was just like there's 5 minutes left or under a minute left. I'm like, what does that mean? And then all of a sudden it was just like seconds left. So then you're just competing, trying to click it, you know. Now that we have that timer, we can do a little bit better, bounce off, and then try to get some more bits, strategic bits there in time before it runs out. But hey, now it's back to the 164. I think it dropped. Yeah, it was 115 floor price. Oh man, that's a good floor price. This one had dropped down too. Yeah, it's half off on that one. Let's look at the big boy though. Ben Riley Spider-Man, 13,500. We're at 6,500. And where's the big boy? Where's the secret rare? Here we go. The secret rare was at 100,000 for sure, and now it's at 52,000 floor price, so about half off. So you know, I know there's a few people who bought some stuff before. That's unfortunate, and now that's where they are now. Let's see if I can go into the other sheet right here. It hasn't been working, the data sheet right here, but hopefully it does. No, it's not working still. Let's take a look at the Veve set list. So here we'll be discussing, so these are the sets that you can currently buy right now and the pricing. So if you're trying to collect sets, so that you're thinking about later on the Master Collector program or anything else like that, then hey, take a look at the sets and take a look at the items that you can currently buy. They are super cheap. This website, I'll leave it in the description below. It's vevesetlist.com. slash sets. But let's take a look at the set. So the cheapest set you can get is the No Time to Die poster, which was just released last weekend. That's 77 bucks. I think the drop price was 67 maybe. Well, that's the cheapest one you can get right now, and it's only one, and that'll complete your set. Lunar New Year stamps. It's 3 stamps at this current pricing. $171 right now, and that'll get you another set. Also, take a look. That'll get you 6.25 Master Collector points. Hawkeye, Rogers the Musical, which is that poster. $178 for it. That'll give you 2.50 Master Collector points. No Time to Die. Another poster. Man, No Time to Die poster. 200 and 200. Since it's 2 items, that'll give you 475. One's rare, one's ultra rare. So here you can go and take a look at different items. Take a look at what you want, what you're interested in, what you want to purchase, and see if there's any sets that you want to complete at these current prices. Relatively cheap right now. So hey, if you want to complete at these current prices, go for it. Get what you can while the prices are this low. Man, so seriously, I wonder what's going to happen with the James Bond collectible here. Yeah, I don't know what if we get those whales. We're actually gonna buy it. I just want to go through it and show you guys again. Let me see. There was one that's currently for sale, or is currently at auction for like 10 grand. I'm sorry, $10 million. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick here. Okay, here we go. Picking on my phone right here. Okay, so there's 3 on the market. I had seen 3 and this only showed 2. Number 2 is at 900, just under $1 million. This one's at 7 million. But then there's the auction one for 10 million. So that's what we keep talking about and discussing is, do you think these are actual bids, actual real people interested in buying it? Or are they just playing around? Are they pushing up the price just to leave it? You know, until we see this actually being purchased, and it's getting smaller bids. Until we see this actually being purchased and a closed sale and actually paid for, then we'll have that comp. You know, then we'll have that comparable to compare everything else. Unless we have a lot of whales here that are ready to buy. So there's a lot of people bidding. So it's either they're playing around and trying to push it up, or they're actual bidders. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments section below there. Do you think these are actual bids? Or are they playing around? I mean, why would you play around? You gotta think somebody's gonna get their account. It's not a ban, but you can't use the market, I believe, for 48 hours or 72 hours after you don't pay a bid. But I mean, I don't know. It just seems unnecessary to be doing all this. I don't know. 10 million. That's a lot. I really hope they're real. If not, then I wish they do an actual auction. And it sells for a real price. That way it'll set the market. I think also too, it's a way to put out Veve, because this will make news. Like if you're selling something at millions of dollars on an app, you're buying a collectible, millions of dollars, you put that out in the news. This is to put out on social media, to put out everywhere, and people will start taking notice. Moody, hey Moody, I have some comics. I don't have that many. I think what we're gonna try to do is, especially right now that everything's sort of down, I'm gonna try to get the rares, because I want to try to get some Master Collector points. The Spider-Man comics are awesome. I really like the one that's coming out tomorrow, the Johnny Blaze one. This one looks awesome to me. I really wish I could get the Spider-Man, the one that was 10,000 editions, I believe. That was really cool. The Loki, not the President Loki. There's a different one. I think it was also I think it might have been the ultra rare cover. I go for specific covers because I like some of the covers. But for like set lists and stuff like this, comics, I really want to get a lot of the rares. A lot of the rares are super cheap. I mean, you can get 2 points, Master Collector points, just purchasing some of these. Looks like the X-Men's the cheapest one. Fantastic Four number 3, Vote Loki. Yeah, I want to get that one. So let me know, Moody, what do you have? What kind of comics do you have? And are you collecting as a collector, or you're collecting just to sell or to get some Master Collector points like we see here? So I really wish we will get to know what the outcome of this. Obviously, this will close because the auction, once the auction's over, it will close. But then we'll keep an eye out here at this yellow line here that shows the actual sales. Then we'll be able to see what actually sold. Like how we see here, the yellow line tells us, hey, this one sold for this much. So I'm excited to see if that's going to happen here. Super cool for the people who got it. I mean, I wish I would have gotten it, but obviously it was a very limited, 500 edition. So it is what it is. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't, and some people really got lucky. This looks awesome, by the way. I'm excited to see what it does on the Veveverse. And I don't know if you guys saw the different pictures and everything else and videos that they were showing. They looked awesome. So let's see if I have one. Actually, I think Veve showed it in their medium. Let me see if I can find their Instagram. No, it doesn't look like it's their Instagram. Maybe it's their Twitter. Yeah, I think it was in their Twitter that they showed it. Yeah, look at this. So that looks awesome. And make it bigger right here. So that looks awesome. But there was another video too. Oh, right here. Oh, there's no audio. But that was the video that they showed, that they posted themselves. I have another one from Cavell. No, from Non-Fungible Wonderful. I think he posted one that was supposedly leaked. Now the only thing is, obviously this looks small. I have to look at the dimensions. Wonder if you can make it bigger and sit down like you did with the DeLorean. The DeLorean, you can kind of sit down and look into it. Yeah, that's good that you're a collector. I think collectors help because you're actually here for the long run. I know of some people that have kind of joined because they hear all this flipping and stuff like that going on, and sometimes they don't do the correct stuff. They lose money, they don't realize the fees and everything else like that. And so unfortunately, they go and push some of that negativity out there. This is a scam. This is, wrong, so and so. So collectors help. You see a lot of collectors out there actually learning about it and discussing it with people and being on different podcasts and shows and everything else like that, discussing and pushing Veve out there. So that's the video of that. Let me see if I have the one. I know I had it on my video. Let me see. I think I downloaded it. There was one that, was it wrong? Yeah, here it is. Let me pull it up real quick. Because the other one was cool. You could see him spinning, doing donuts. I don't think the audio, you'll be able to hear the audio. So yeah, non-fungible, wonderful, supposedly a leak. Yeah, but that looks awesome. So the functionality, let's see how it's used in the Viviverse, and that's what I'm excited about because I had seen um, the DeLorean. I remember when I first started seeing the DeLorean, the different things you can do, and you know you could sit down, you could kind of go and look through it inside of it. That was awesome. So I was excited for the Viviverse and see what else it does. So yeah, so this is tomorrow's drop. So good luck. Hey Moody, how's it been for you getting these drops? It's been really hard for me. I did get the Black Panther one, which was interesting. I wasn't expecting to get it because I wasn't prepared like I usually am. I usually hook my iPad up to the router here at the house, directly straight to the Ethernet cable, and so I'm using that. That way it's a faster ping and everything else. But for the Black Panther one, I mean, I was out driving, dropping my son off at school, and then I just grabbed my phone right at the last second, clicked it, and then the buy now button, and I got it. So that was a surprise to me. I wasn't expecting to get it. Out there, bad cell phone service, just not paying attention. Didn't do my usual stuff that I usually do. I restart my phone, I close all my apps, all that stuff, turn off my Bluetooth, put on airplane mode, all the different things that I do. It was just grab my phone. I think my phone was still like playing music, you know, hooked up to the car with Bluetooth and playing music, and I still got the drop. So it was like, man, it's kind of like, it's so interesting because you do all the other stuff and you don't get it, and then you do nothing and you still get one. So then what should I do? A little bit of both? Should I do one that's hooked up to the Ethernet with a, you know, like 6 millisecond ping, and then have my phone and on the other hand and just not do anything else? So I guess you just never know. Oh man, but yeah, this market is nuts. It's nuts. I was enjoying. Moody, I'm not sure when you joined, but this January market was awesome. I mean, I was enjoying that so much. Let's take a look at what else dropped. Well, this one's gonna look like a lot, obviously, because people were listing it at one thing, and then they start listing it as everything else. The logo, man, the logo right here. It's one of those things where a lot of us talk about. It's an object. It's just like a thing. It's not like a character or anything else that you can sort of like relate to. You know, have that connection with. It's just, you know, an A. An A. Yes, I know it's the Avengers logo, but it's just a thing. And I would rather have the Iron Man than the Avengers logo. Wonder Woman. I think also she was in a fee. I definitely like the look of this one way better than the previous one, except the face. The face looks so weird to me. Like it's making a weird expression similar to what the Invisible Woman makes. It's just like there's nothing there, like a dead eye. Like no, I don't like it at all. Yeah, it's been a little hard getting those comics, Woody. It's been a little bit difficult and tricky getting those comics. Catwoman, Steve Rogers, Sam Wilson. The Storm gets no love from anybody. I mean, she was here forever, just in the 30s, 40s. Went up and then now right back down, you know? It's unfortunate. Snow Globe. Deadpool. These are all the ones that we keep saying, hey, eventually these will go up. These will go back up. But do they? I have no idea. No idea. Nobody knows if Deadpool and all of those are going to go back up. Here's the rare. And that's the other thing. I mean, it's a cheap rare. That's a cheap rare you can get. Let's take a look at the VV set list. Let's look at the sets. Actually, collectibles. Rarity, rare. I mean, here are some of the cheapest rares you can get. McCornell's. I mean, that's up to you if you want to get those. There's a stamp. Kripken Series 4. Remember Cornos, Kripken. Invisible Woman, man. This is the one I'm saying gets no love. I mean, $72 for a rare. This is an actual figure. First appearance. I mean, the rare 76, the commons 43, which is below the drop price, right? The drop price, I think, was 50. Drop price was 50, so that's below that. I mean, you have a secret rare for $800. She was at 2,000, so you got a secret rare for $876. Ultra rare, 230. One time was in the 600s. And there's the below drop price too for the uncommon. So the common and the uncommon are below drop price, and the rare is not that far behind it. I mean, 76. There you have it. Let me know what you think of the James Bond drop. We go back to all collectibles. Let me know what you think of the James Bond drop. Oh, let me remove this one. This bad boy, do you think it's actually going to sell for $10 million? I don't know. It's going to sell for something since it's an auction, but are they really going to pay? Is it really going to be something that will sell and be closed? So I guess we shall see. We shall see how it goes. Cool. Any questions, let me know. As always, this is Z from Digital Snipers. We'll see you guys in the next video.